Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're in Sinsborgen doing another renovation video, but today's one is just in the Get Famous world. I forgot what the name is called, but it's just in the Get Famous world. And I picked this house because I just saw it and I was like, nope, I need to fix this. That's what I tend to do now, just search the world to find a house I really want to fix up. So this one I wanted to set myself a bit of a challenge. So originally it was going to be, I fully cannot change it to, like, I can't do something you wouldn't be able to do in like a normal house renovation, but then I couldn't work out how to do the roof, so I had to remove the full roof of the house and like redo it to give it a more modern vibe, because that was like the vibe of the house I was going for. But everything else is fully like something you could do in a normal house renovation. Like maybe you could paint the windows obviously, and you'll see what I mean throughout. Yeah, but it's only really the outside that's a little bit unrealistic, because obviously I shrunk the house by one tile because of the roofing to make it work. But overall everything else is the same. Like I couldn't change any of the rooms. I did change one room, but it was like I extended it, because you could probably, like, you can extend rooms in your house, etc. That's why I ended up doing that. But like there was like, the only problem with like doing these type of things is because Sims houses are so big, and then they're like only like one bedroom, but they're huge. It means you got like a lot of empty space. So I did try to fill up as much space as I could, but there is still a bit of empty space, which kind of annoys me about. I don't like having empty space in a Sims house. But I kept it one bedroom and one bathroom. I kept the layout the exact same. So because obviously you would do that in a renovation. Sometimes you could obviously change the layout, but I decided I'm going to keep it the exact same layout. And obviously because it's like the size of the house, I could have like made the kitchen smaller and added another bedroom, or the living room even. I could have made the living room into a bedroom and then just used the empty space I had extra into the living room, but I decided to not do that. So obviously I added a little table in the entranceway just to make that hallway feel a little less empty, because there was a weird wall in this build. As you can see, if you look at the living room, there's like a weird divider in between, and I decided to keep that because obviously I couldn't change the build too much. But for the kitchen, which we're doing now, I kept it the same size as it was in the original, but obviously just made it more modern. Obviously you can tear out a kitchen in a renovation, very expensive in a normal household, but we're in the Sims, so it doesn't matter. So I decided to, obviously you can rip out the counters and replace them, and then I obviously added an island, which wasn't in the original build but it is now, and then obviously gave it a more black and white modern look. Just because I just felt like if you're with renovations, you kind of want to make it more current with the times, because this was very old. It kind of gave me a bit of a Spanish home vibe-ish. I don't really know if that's correct, but like it was just because of the tiles and the colour scheme, it kind of gave me that, where I wanted to transform it into like a black, white modern clean design. So the dining table kept the same size, just added 2 more chairs, because I made the kitchen a bit too big. I was thinking about having like a bigger dining table, but because I went for long with the kitchen, it didn't end up happening. And then I just went for a Parenthood tile, and even the other wallpaper is Parenthood still, because it was just what I felt like doing today. So yeah, that's the wallpaper I checked. Obviously went for the theme. So for the living room, it was huge. Like this is literally the size of the bedroom. What I was saying, like I could literally have made this into a second bedroom for this house, but I decided I wanted to make a really huge, big living room, because I never really do big living rooms. So I was like, today's the day I'm going to be able to have 2 couches and 2 chairs, and go from there. So obviously did that here, and I even added the desk in the living room as well, because it had still extra room because of how large it was. Like I'm surprised, and at the moment I didn't go, let's actually make this into a second bedroom and then have like a tiny living room in that like middle area of the house, and because it just would have made more sense. But I have now, this is just a really nice big cute living room, so it is what it is. This is obviously a starter home, it's meant to be, so yeah, and because I was following the rules of renovation, it would be like a lot to like add a whole new bedroom to a house maybe, I don't really know, but so that's why I just kept the same layout, and just added a plant in the corner just to add something else there. Now moving on to the bedroom, I think I just added some pop plants to the living room, but yeah, the bedroom again kept it primarily similar, same layout. I just decided to add like a built-in wardrobe, because I felt like just adding a built-in wardrobe. I didn't really like just having a set of drawers. I like to have like a full-on wardrobe, so I just do it against this like wall in the bedroom, and I just use the Dream Home Decorator build it yourself type ones, I guess they're called, and just add like a nice big walk-in wardrobe, not walk-in wardrobe, just built-in wardrobe I should say. I don't really like doing walk-in wardrobes in The Sims, I don't know why, maybe I should, no, it's just like an extra space that I don't use, I don't know. So obviously just have just a bunch of clothes, and I kept it white to have the theme. I end up going for like a more grey and white design in this room rather than the black and white, just so there's something a bit different in the bedroom. It's still similar, it still goes to the theme, but it's not as dark as the rest of the house, but I kept the same flooring as the rest of the house. I didn't really like the carpet for some weird reason. Didn't think it was going with the theme of like modern-ish contemporary, I guess. So yeah, just obviously all the items are very, like I use a lot of Dream Home Decorator in this build. I think they're really good for renovations, because obviously the pack is like the gameplay is to renovate, so I tend to use a lot in my renovations to just update a house, I guess. So yeah, but that's basically the bedroom done. Yeah, it's a huge bedroom as well. It's horrible. But this is moving on to the bathroom. This is the room that I extend. The bathroom itself is already big enough, and I would normally just leave the bathroom as it is, because I do tend to do quite small bathrooms in my videos. But today I felt like, you know what, I'm doing a renovation, and this hallway's huge, so and this is probably what some people would do when they're renovating a house, is to extend the bathroom or extend a room somewhere. So obviously decided to do that, and just added some shelves in that corner spot so it wasn't so awkward. I probably could have put the desk there, but I decided to put some shelves. Because I extended the bathroom, I was able to add a shower and keep the double sinks, where I would have, if I left it the same size, it would have just been a one sink, and then I would have added a shower, because I prefer to have showers than double sinks in my builds. But for this video I was able to have double sinks plus a shower, just because I just had that extra space. So just trying to figure out the mirrors. I wanted to have the soap in the middle, so it was very hard for me to find like a mirror and the ones I picked I wasn't actually happy with, but it is what it is. And then obviously had the tiles match the rest of the house. Kept the same tiles on the wall. I just changed the bottom tiles because I feel like you could tear out the flooring, but like tearing out the whole bathroom tiling is a bit much, so yeah, I don't really know if the bathroom's like accurate to how you would actually renovate a house, but it is what it is. Just added a little bit more decoration so the house doesn't feel like empty, but it's still the middle of the house. I wish I could do more with, like, it would have been perfect to put the living room in the entrance way, but there's like a small one, they had the kitchen a bit smaller, but it's too late now. So I probably should start ranting about it. I can't even speak. I did try to figure out what to do with it, but I ended up just leaving it empty. If you guys wanted to do this house, obviously you would probably make it a second bedroom and then obviously do the rest of this, and then change the whole kitchen and I don't really know. The entranceway, I just added a bunch of other stuff to it, just to fill up the entranceway. And then the outside, I just added a deck, obviously, or patio, whatever you want to call them, and just moved the pool so it's a bit more centre because I have a little bit of OCD. I didn't really add anything to the decking outside. Because I already had like the little patio with the chairs already, so I just kind of left it as plain, and then just used the I think Seasons fences. One of the big issues with this house was obviously the fencing in the original house, so I decided to fix it all up and make it look normal, I guess. And then just use the matching gate for the pack. But that's really about it. I also just add landscaping. Didn't really bother with the landscaping. Like, this lot was so huge, I could have made like a huge mansion on this lot, but because I was sticking to the rules of renovation, actual renovation, I was like, oh, I guess not. I have a giant pool that is like, it's a stupid sized pool, but it's fine. But that's really about it. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye.